The South-South geopolitical zone yesterday called for the review of the revenue allocation to satisfy the yearning of oil-bearing states in the Niger Delta. Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike proposed that the derivation to oil-bearing states should be increased from 13% to 25%. His Akwa Ibom counterpart, Udo Emmanuel, asked for 100% derivation to justify the status of the zone as the goose that lays the golden egg. The governor spoke at a public hearing on the review of the 1999 constitution held in Port Harcourt. The session was presided over by Senator Betty Apiafi. Wike, who was represented by Deputy Governor Ipalibo Harry Banigo, said, although this is the third time the National Assembly is embarking on constitution review without successfully producing a constitution that satisfies the generality of Nigerians, the Rivers State government nevertheless welcomed the exercise. Wike said, Rivers believe in one progressive Nigeria. We believe in the unity and indivisibility of this country and therefore will not support any move by any persons or group to dissemble or divide this country. We believe, as most others, that Nigerians would be better, secure, prosperous, and greater together as a united country than to go our separate ways. But there can be no peace without equity and justice, no security without inclusion and economic progress, and stability without democratic freedom. We therefore need a constitution that addresses the lingering issues, including but not limited to the following: devolution of powers from the center to the state, fiscal federalism, creation of state police, strengthened unilateral system, increasing derivation fund to not less than 25%, allowing states to create and sustain local government council, and reducing the cost of governance at both federal and state levels. Governor Emmanuel, who was represented by a director in the Ministry of Justice, Aniete Basi, said, on the issue of derivation policy, we are of the position that states should be allowed to enjoy 100% of revenue generated in it and pay at least 20% revenue to the federal government and 30% to the local government from what was gathered by the state. Income generated by the federal government from other sources should be shared at a ratio of 50, 35, 15 between the three tiers of government. He also asked for 5% seats for women and vulnerable persons in the country, as well as free and compulsory education for the group. On federal structure in governance and power devolution, the state said all tiers of government to be made independent. He said on the issue of devolution of power, like their Rivers State counterpart, the state believes that the federal government is grossly overburdened and that some of the responsibilities should be shared with the state and other local governments. The list, no fewer than 25 items, should be delisted from the exclusive legislative list and moved into the concurrent list. Meanwhile, in the southeast, former Ohanaeze Ndigbo President General Nia Uwondo appealed to the National Assembly to support the southeast in actualizing the creation of Adada State out of the present Enugu State. Uwondo made the appeal in a presentation at a public hearing on review of the 1999 Constitution in Enugu. He said, at a political meeting held in Imo, 4 states' demands were presented to State Creation Movement for consideration. The 4 states include Aba, Adada, Njaba, and Orachi, but Adada was selected after winning the highest votes. The implication of this is that the Adada state demand is the first choice of the Southeast. The former President General noted that Adada State would comprise of Igbo Etiti, Igbo Eze North, Igbo Eze South, Isi Uzo, Nsukka, Udenu, and Uzo Uwani local government areas of the state. The Aba movement commended the Ohanaeze State Committee on Creation of States for the submission of its report to the Southeast Governors Forum. Former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu said while a new constitution is possible and will become ultimately inevitable, the nation needs to amend the 1999 constitution to create a provision for achieving that. He said that while calls for a national dialogue was not a bad idea, operationalizing the outcomes of previous dialogues and botched constitutional amendment efforts would help the nation faster. Ekweremadu, according to a statement by his special advisor on media, Uche Anichukwu in Abuja, said, "If you say we need a new constitution, the answer is simple. When other countries like Kenya and Brazil had a similar challenge, what they simply did was to amend the original constitution in order to make a provision for how a new constitution can be enacted. We, the National Assembly, did it the last time, specifically in the 7th Assembly, including making a provision for a referendum, but it was not accepted. So we need to amend Section 9 on how we can create a new constitution, including the issue of referendum, to be able to do that," he stated. Meanwhile, the Yoruba Council of Elders, Igbimo Agba Yoruba, appealed to most, especially the socio-cultural groups, elders, and youth to remain calm and desist from issuing inflammatory statements while identifying social injustice as the bane of the country's instability. The council also declared support for the resolution of the Southern Governors at their Asaba meeting, noting, however, that mere dialogues and conversations cannot save the situation, but a withdrawal and replacement of the 1999 Constitution. Presenting the communique, YCE President Justice Ademola Bakre, who was flanked by the Secretary General Dr. Kunle Olajide, faulted the 1999 Constitution and described it as Abdulsalam military constitution, saying it was written and designed by a handful of people to perpetuate the military on civilian government. Nigerians reside in the local government and in the states, but power resides in Abuja, with 68 items on the exclusive list and less than 30 on the residual list, with the president retaining precedence over the states in all matters. Nigeria is living a lie. Experiences and reality of the last 6 years of Buhari's administration bring to the fore the reality that will still remain a mere geographical expression. South governors have woken up. It's now they are making serious demands because all we are facing right now is as a result of this faulty constitution. They've seen right now that this constitution is faulty. It's not in the interest of the masses. It's not in the interest of the generality of the citizens. This constitution was put together by some northern military, let me put it that way, northern military personnel for their own personal interest. That is why we're experiencing all of this we're experiencing. If the Southeast governors can really be serious and not play politics, I believe we'll come out of this. Well, guys, let's hear your own thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.